So anyways, man, I was asked a great question. And it comes from Tron Montez. He said, do you think for one of your videos, you can give a step-by-step when it comes to a personal rebrand? Step-by-step when it comes to a personal rebrand, guys, is very hard, but I've done it so much that it is very easy. For one, you need to figure out which direction are you trying to go, because once you honestly rebrand, you do not want to rebrand. You're not in the beginning, no. So when you say a personal rebrand, I am branding myself right now as an online figure. I went from being a nobody, just a guy out in the world. And I said, for me to get to the next level from where I'm at, because I've already hit the 6-figure mark and I want to see what 7 looks like. For me to get to the next level from where I'm at, 7 figures looks like coaching. It looks like teaching. It looks like the internet. It looks like books. It looks like all these different things. So I'm having to rebrand myself. For those of you that don't know, I sat down. I've been through it all, man. For those of you that don't know, I've been through homelessness, poverty, entering and exiting the military, all types of different things. We will tap back into that because I've picked up a bunch of new subscribers again. And thank you guys for being here. But the way that you rebrand is you have to decide on the direction that you want to go, because you do not want to brand yourself today and then wake up in 30 days trying to rebrand yourself, and then wake up in 5 months trying to rebrand yourself again and again. So the easiest thing you could do is start with you. Start with you, especially in this society, this world that we live in now. We live in an attention-seeking society. Build the brand off of you, off of your name. That way you won't mess it up. And if you do, man, it's going to be hard to come back from that. Warren Buffett, Grant Cardone, Dave Ramsey, Donald Trump, whoever you want, Kamala Harris. All those people are branded. They're branded. You understand? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Vin Diesel, the late Paul Walker, John Wayne, Oprah Winfrey. None of those people are hiding behind aliases. You cannot grow outside of the system. It will not allow it. And I've experienced that a lot already with a lot of you people. A lot of you guys have reached out to me, and it's no offense. I'm not picking on anybody, but some of you are operating great businesses with no LLC, paying no taxes. That's one thing. And you want to grow, you're going to have to get into the system. Another thing, so many of you are operating on social media with no pictures, no real name, no this, no that, because you're afraid of what either people will think or you're trying to hide. A lot of you are. This is not geared towards one person. This is geared towards at least 100 of you that have, guys, I at least get 10 or 20 authentic, real messages from real people a day, and then I get all the scammy crap. But there's 10 or 20 real people that message me on a daily basis. And I will say it's 20, and out of that 20, half of them have no picture. They have, a fake name, an alias, but they're asking me authentic questions, and there's no problem with that. That's how you want to do it. That's fine. But for you to grow and scale at the level that we're talking about on this channel, you're going to have to put yourself out there. Look at me. If you go back to all my older videos, like the very beginning, I knew that eventually one day that I was going to grow. I knew that it was going to happen eventually one day. So I aired out all my dirty laundry, all of it. Marriage, divorce, anything. If I cheated, if I was a drunk, smoking weed, getting a DUI, anything. I said that I will expose myself before I allow you to do it. I will expose myself, me, before I allow you or anybody else in the comment section to think they can do it. I will tell you 100%, I'm an open book. So anything that I have done, it's already out there. So keep that in mind. You're talking about branding in a very visual, digital, attention-seeking world or society. So this is my advice to you. Either you're going to brand yourself in the real world and stay off the internet. Go ahead and delete. So delete social media, period, especially if you're afraid of what people can find out about you. If you're afraid of people looking at your page, if you're afraid of anything, if you think that people can hack you or anything like that, you just need to delete social media altogether and forget about it. Hands down, plain and simple. Delete it. For all of you that are operating under an alias with no picture and all these things, delete it. Delete it. For the simple fact, this is 2025 and that almost looks scammy. It almost looks like, I would rather you reach out to me with crappy photos and a ugly real name and all these different things that you're not really proud of. We can work on that. That's personal development. But I would rather you reach out to me with a crappy page than a blank page. A blank page feels like it's some dude over in freaking somewhere trying to scam me and steal my information. You understand? You need to have at least a couple solid photos of yourself so people know who they're talking. Real ones for all those that are trying to scam and shit. You need to you could tell when the photo's fake and doesn't belong with the page. Everybody knows these types of things. Not everybody though. I'm sure there's older people that don't. But you need to have a couple of real photos of yourself. You need to have your real name up there and what you're about, who you are. That's what it needs to be. And that's how you're going to brand yourself in 2025 and beyond, because the internet is still a baby. Guys, everything needs to align. If you're scared to put yourself out there, get off of it. There is no half-assing this. So you're going to need to brand yourself in the real world. And the way you're going to brand yourself in the real world is you're going to stay off social media and you're going to run under a real name, your real name, man or woman, your name. You're going to brand yourself to that name, which is you, and you're not going to do anything to run it. Warren Buffett said it takes 30 years. I can't quote him. What'd he say, guys? Leave it in the comments below, but something about it takes 30 years to build a reputation and 30 seconds to run it. Something like that. And it's true. 30 years to build your reputation and 30 seconds to run it. Now, I mean, he's at such a level, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody would be like, what the hell happened to Warren if he went out here getting DUIs and hanging out with strippers? I think everybody, if he's just making it rain on him, I think everybody would be like, man, what's Warren going through? He must have cancer or something. You know what I mean? But no, seriously, guys, if you want to brand or rebrand yourself, okay, that's how you brand. If you're not branded, that's how you brand. Do it off of you. Brand yourself first and then make everything under you. You become the umbrella. You become the face. He's the face. Thomas Shelby was the face of Shelby Company Limited. He was the face. You become the brand. You become the face if you're not already branded. If you're already branded and you do not like your brand, delete everything. Or don't, I guess. I mean, you don't have to. It depends on what kind of mind power you got. But, you could just delete everything to the past and walk forward into the future. You can do that. And when I say everything, I mean everything. You got to delete the old friends. You got to delete the old relationships. You got to delete the old social media accounts. Everything. So I used to have an old social media account. I deleted it years ago. When I came back on this time, I did not go find people. People came and found me. Okay? And the reason I did that, so I mentally could know that, hey, you know what? They came to my page. I didn't go to theirs with my thought process, the way I view the world or religion or politics. They came to my page. So I could ultimately say whatever I want or do whatever I want within reason because these people came to my page. I didn't go to theirs. I didn't bring my stuff to their doorstep. They came to my doorstep listening. You understand? So when I came back on social media, I didn't hunt down old friendships or relationships or anything like that. I didn't hunt these people down. I just put myself out there and they came and found me again. But they found me as I am, not as I used to be. You understand? So if you're trying to rebrand yourself from the brand that you already had, delete the old one, wait a little bit, sit down in the real world. Maybe you want to rebrand and you don't know which way you're going. Delete it. Delete it. And then take 2025 for personal development and self-growth. Take 2025 for personal development and personal growth and just focus on yourself and then come back 2026 with a whole new mindset. Come back in 2026 with a whole new mindset. Now, for you specifically, I see that you did have a decent following. So you may not want to lose that following. I get it. I get it. But how much has that paid you? How good has that been to you? I wouldn't worry about it, especially if you were able to build it then, you could build it back, and you could build it back on your own terms with a clean slate. I wouldn't worry about it. I really wouldn't. You think that I couldn't drop this channel, wait a while, and then rebuild and rebrand on another one? Because it's me. I'm branding myself. I'm branding me. This time in life, guys, I'm on this road till the end. The internet is still a baby. If you've made mistakes, if you've done things on the internet that you're not happy with, delete all your old accounts, focus on who you want to be, and then relaunch. And you can't do it overnight unless you know you can, unless this is something you've heavily been thinking about, then sure, you can do it overnight. If you've been thinking about rebranding for the past year and just haven't pulled the trigger, here's your sign to rebrand. It's completely fine. Rebranding is completely fine. Now, I'm assuming with this question you were asking me, yeah, you said about personal rebrand. Now, if you want to do a brick and mortar rebrand, then that is something that you do have to do overnight. You need to have all your T's. You need to cross, I was about to say cross your I's and dot your T's. Hey, run with it. Cross your I's and dot your T's. You need to cross your I's and dot your T's. But a personal or a brick and mortar business rebrand does need to happen overnight. You need to go ahead and take all the proper preparations, and you need to have, let's say that you have a lawn service. You need to go ahead and get every logo, every sticker, everything that you're going to need. You need to already have it setting in your warehouse, in your garage, or wherever you're doing it at. You need to go ahead and have everything from A to Z. You do not want the public to see you rebrand little by little. It's one thing when you're very small and don't have a lot of eyes on you. I understand that. But when you've already grown to a large scale, or you're a large business, okay, guys? It's just like that. You do not want the public to see you rebrand little by little. So you need to go ahead in the night, like a thief in the night, and rebrand everything as fast as you possibly can. If you're a very big, large corporation like a McDonald's, whenever they do a small rebrand, they just go first. They start making sure that every new franchise owner or every new building is already branded that way. And then they go through and they just start reconstruction, because they know a rebrand of McDonald's is going to take you 2 weeks. So they know that. So they just start the reconstruction process. They shut it down and they start it. And you just come into a brand new store. They don't give a shit about what you thought about the old one or what you think about the new one. As long as they like it and they think that it's appealing to the customers in a sense, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's rebranded. And so but the golden arches are still the same, right? And you can do your company that exact same way. You can change the colors. You can change the logo. You can do everything. Most people won't notice, except the ones that really support you or really follow you or really into business. They will notice. Other people, they won't notice. They will not notice a rebrand. So you guys, you get wrapped up in this thought to think that everybody's watching you. I'd say like right now, I got roughly 25,000 followers on this channel. And I'm headed to 25,000. I'm headed to 25,000 followers on this channel. I would say on any given day, only 5,000 of them are going to watch me. And only roughly 500 of them actually are paying attention. Okay? And out of that 500, I'm going to tell you that I live off a 10% rule. And I'm going to tell you out of that 500, only 50 of them really know what the hell's going on. 50 of them are taking notes on what I'm doing and thinking, if he did it, I can do it. That's what 50 people are probably out there doing right now, thinking if RCE did it this way, then it will work for me. I can do this, because it will. So some of you guys have kind of lost track of what the channel was. It is a business startup. I told you guys I was going to build, shift, shape, and brand this right here in your face. You're going to watch me do it, and that's what I've done. That's what I've done. And I'm fully aware that there is a crowd on the other side of this camera. And that so I have to be willing. If you guys do not like me running with the channel of the week, then I have to be willing to shape to the crowd. I thought the channel of the week was a great idea. It was something that was presented to me by the community in the live chat. And I thought it was a great idea, and we all agreed on it and we ran with it. But if others don't like it, if it's something that seems to be a problem, I didn't find it that way. You got to have an intro to a show. So I could either stop and I could start Bing, Blue Chew, get yours today. Or I could do it as organically and as authentically as putting 2 books, 2 children's books for the holidays up behind me. Would you guys prefer that I do it organically and authentically? Or would you prefer that I take some of these offers that I've been receiving and start, bing, buy this? Our sponsor of the week is, which would you guys prefer? Would you guys prefer that I cut and edit and go straight? Because I've been offered a lot. I can do it. I can do it. I've been steering away from it because I want to focus on you. I want to focus on the community, on my people. That's my brand. That's who I am. I'm always going to look out for you. That's who I am. For those that have been here, I've branded myself in that manner. So for those that have been here long enough, then you should understand. I mean, I can go ahead and use the money. I can take it. Why not? But I like this better than me doing this. You understand? I would rather promote this woman's children's books. I would rather promote the Green Logbook and the other channels on the list over here instead of sitting here popping up with some AI. Let me, you get what I'm saying? Moo. Guys. So I'm building my brand. You're watching me do it. So when it's time for you to rebrand or develop a personal brand, just do it. But have a clear direction of where you want to go. It will look so much better if you can just launch in the middle of the night. I did not expect this channel to grow this fast. So I wish that I would have launched everything at one time. I wish that you guys would have, I do. So it would look better if you can rebrand in the middle of the night and people wake up to a brand new you. It can happen, and it can happen just that fast. Branding's not hard. The problem is that most people sit back and worry about what others think. The branding is not hard. You need to make it something attractive, something that easily draws people in, that catches the eye, something that associates very closely with you and who you are, and something that will always, when they see it, they'll know that's Robert Edson. I know that logo. I know that brand. I know who that is. That is Robert Edson. You understand? That's how that works. And you can do it right now. You can start today. You can have yourself rebranded by the first of the year, but you're going to have to cut loose everything that was attached to that old brand. We're not talking major corporations, because I know there's going to be some asshole in the comment. Well, what if McDonald's just cut away from every building they already had, or Walmart did this? Shut up. Shut up. I already know the way you Blue Chew fools go. Shut up. You freaking... What you have to do is what I mean. Whenever you're trying to personally rebrand yourself, you cannot drag along the friends and family from the past, because they're not going to see the vision of the new brand unless they're actively part of your group and trying to help you rebrand. They're not going to see the vision of it. They cannot come with you. Leave them where they are and rebrand, start over fresh and clean. And they'll either, like Benny Siegel said, man, they'll either get down or lay down. That's just it. You'll either get down or lay down. If you made it this far in the video, tell me what movie that's from. Get down or lay down. So yeah, and that's just it, man. When you start to rebrand, they're going to get down or lay down. And they're going to be a part of it, or they're going to point their finger and laugh, whatever. I wouldn't give a shit. It wouldn't matter to me. It wouldn't matter to me one bit. I got to work on my leaning. I love to just lean and talk. But it wouldn't matter to me, man. I would develop a solid brand, and I would go for it. If you need to move from your hometown, or if you need to move from the area you're in and rebrand, I'm going to be honest with you, there's no way that I would have been able to build this in Paducah, Kentucky. No way. No way. I just was not able to brand and develop myself there in Paducah, Kentucky. It's too small. People would be watching the channel, and then I would be walking through Walmart. I would say something, because I tried this years ago. I would say something and somebody wouldn't like it. Next thing you know, I'm in the Walmart parking lot with somebody trying to fight me. People walking up on me. I know him because I tried this years ago. I really did. I tried this years ago, like 2018. And that's about when I was like, you know what, I'm done with social media. People will walk up to me in that little town, like, I know him from Facebook. I know him from Instagram. You know, like people I didn't know, they would just walk up on me. and, you know, say stuff. And I didn't last long, man. I mean, when I say I tried it for less than 6 months. And so there's no way that I've been able to do what I'm doing now living there. If I did what I'm doing now and lived there, so many people would walk up on me. I would have people trying to fight me. So many haters. You know, when you start to grow big, you got to get away from your hometown. You got to get away from your hood. You got to get away from the projects. There's no way. Look at Nipsey Hussle. They will delete you, man. People will hate on you so bad for doing right and doing what's best for you that they will go to the extreme lengths to take your life. You can't go back that way. That shit's not made up. You cannot go back home and deal with stuff like that. So if you need to leave to rebrand, I fully understand that, because I had to move away to rebrand. There's no way I was not going to be able to accomplish the things I wanted to accomplish living in that little town. I had to rebrand. I had to go. So you can rebrand at any time. It's more mental, and you need to stop worrying about, especially a personal rebrand, you need to stop worrying about what people are going to think about it and just do what's best for you and run on your own energy, full of confidence, and do what is best for you. And I would not worry one bit. I would not give a shit one bit about what people that, especially that are not helping me, think about me rebranding myself, my company, my business, my logos, my designs, my life. I wouldn't care. I hope that helps. I hope that explains a little bit. If I need to dive deeper into this for you guys, feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. All right. And as always, man, take what you need and leave the rest. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about that. All right. And also let me know in the comments, do you guys want me to keep running with the channel of the week? Do you want me to keep promoting small businesses and their products? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. You guys have a great day. All right. Take care.